Jim Day, we're going to be talking just really quick here about this Wuhan COVID-19 China virus, and is it even okay to call it the China virus? Because that seems to be the big issue these days. Not the fact that everything's closing down, people are scared, that there don't seem to be a lot of hope other than to just make sure you're afraid, right? Because by you not being afraid, you might be putting somebody else at risk. So fear. So we going to talk real quick about this. What's the big deal here? So we got reporters, they wondering if the president is right to be calling this the China virus. Because like I said, that's the big important stuff right now, right? I mean, I don't think it has nothing to do with issues of whether or not they hate the president or they have an agenda or have had an agenda to discredit the president and this kind of stuff. I'm sure these people, they are just true in their hearts, truly concerned about this. But let's look at this real quick. Where did this virus come from? Oh, it came from China. Okay. Well, but hold on. Does it got an ethnicity? Does this virus got a? I mean, is it got characteristic traits of Chinese people? And by doing so, would we be stigmatizing actual Chinese Americans and whatnot by calling it so? Well, let's take a look at that. What are we actually saying when we say this is a China virus? Well, first of all, where did it come from? Well, it came from China. All right. Oh, okay. Well, and how did it get out of China? Well, it turns out there's a communist government there. You guys remember communist countries, right? Like we own the road to embracing communism these days. We just love it. I mean, oh gosh, look at the control and the ability they have to marshal little people together. Well, it's called slave labor. It's called being owned by the government. And what really happened here? Well, this Chinese government, this communist government, actually withheld information about what was going on with this virus to make themselves look better, right? They actually lied, said that it wasn't transmissible from one person to the other. They lied to the World Health Organization. They let all these people out of the Wuhan district, over like 5 million people. They did not shut this down because they knew that it would look bad for them, right? Because they're in the PR business. They want communism to look good, and they have the authoritarian power to do so. In fact, when people actually started speaking out about this virus, they actually shut them up, put them in prison, arrested them, right? Called them traitors. So then on top of it, though, but is that good enough reason to call it the China virus? Well, let's look at what else have they been doing. Oh, turns out that there's some disinformation policies going on where they tried to blame this on U.S. military. So seems that there's people out there trying to call this the American military virus. Well, you know what? Maybe at one point it was fine. Just say, hey, this was the COVID-19 and we all in solidarity. Oh, wait a second. Wait, you're trying to call this the American military virus? Well, actually, no. The actual precisional word, which I was very happy and content to use up until the point where you tried to deflect the truth of the matter onto the innocent here, is that it's actually a Chinese government virus. Hey, maybe we should just call it the commie virus. I'm totally happy with calling it the commie virus. Right? Here's the end of the story, people. Don't let the media distract you from this. There is political purposing out there that they do not care about how this is handled. They do not care about the morality of calling it one thing or other. What they're doing is it's a battle for narrative. They're actually carrying water for the Chinese commies because they hate our president so much, right? Listen, there's anti-American forces. They do not believe in the American way of life. They believe in what is called a post-America. And so therefore anything done by a government or by a people that is going to somehow carry water for historical America, they're going to be against. They love one world order. In fact, why is it that we suddenly getting into all this control of everyone's got to do this and everything? Because at the end of the day, these people, they look at the kind of control that authoritarian governments like communist China have, and they envy it. They say, oh, man, imagine what we could do with that kind of power. They get to salivating. Right? There's an old quote that the left, liberals love this. This is people they listen to. It's a guy named Rahm Emanuel. He says, never let a good crisis go to waste. And I guarantee that's what's going on. You are being fed fear. Does this mean that you shouldn't be washing your hands, taking care? Absolutely not. Yeah, but here's the end of the deal. Is this going to make us stronger or is this going to make us weaker? At the end of the day, we're American people. We're going to be stronger no matter what we go through, because we're going to find the best way, the American way, to overcome, because we overcomers. But there's people out there, they ain't going to want us to be stronger. They want us to be weaker. They're going to say, oh, we're going to get out of this. But you know, life, it ain't never going to be the same. And that's their motive. That's their goal. Listen, this is the China virus. Call it the commie virus. Call it whatever you want, right? Understand there's a battle for narrative. They blaspheming your country. They blaspheming the actual fighters for freedom in this country. There is a perpetrator behind this. I ain't saying that it was let out on purpose, but I'm saying that there were people that lied about it. There was people that said, for our own good, we're just going to keep quiet about this and lie to the international stage. And in fact, then what we're going to do is we're going to blame others. They are devils that are calling angels devils. You stay in there. Avoid the fear, have compassion for people, but understand they are trying to tighten the political correctness on here. Last thing I'm going to say is watch this, what's happening. All of a sudden, it ain't going to be good enough to not be afraid. Now, all of a sudden, the politically correct thing is going to be, you got to be afraid. Because if you're not afraid, you ain't loving enough. This is garbage. Avoid this stuff. Hey, keeping my eye out for you. Keep your eye out for us all here, too. All right, this is Jim Day. Bye-bye.